A lot of people think when they give their life over to Jesus, their life just becomes 10 times easier. They don't have to deal with suffering, pain, grief, mourning, etc. They don't have to deal with any of that. But in fact, when you give your life over to Jesus, your life becomes 10 times harder. I don't say that as a discouragement to you, but I say it as an encouragement, because when you give your life over to Jesus, you literally have to die to self. The Bible tells us multiple times where we have to kill our flesh, where we have to deny ourselves in order to please the Lord. This lifestyle of Jesus, this walk with Jesus, involves leaving our flesh, cutting off old friends, leaving bad habits of the world. Literally, you're dying to sin, you're dying to self, you're dying to what you've always knew before Jesus. But now when you walk with Christ, you're on a new path, which requires you to literally die to yourself. Matthew 16:24 tells us this, y'all. Jesus says this in his words. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me." So what does that require? Literally dying to our flesh, dying to our sin. Verse 25 says, y'all, "For whoever desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel will find it." So y'all, we literally are dying to ourselves in order to please Jesus. So what does that mean? We're literally losing our desires of this world, leaving the lukewarm lifestyle, leaving all of these things that we used to know in order to gain Christ. To live for Christ, to die is gain, right? That's what Paul says in the Bible. So y'all, literally, it's an encouragement to us to live for Jesus, to live our old lifestyle behind so that we can glorify the Father. Today, y'all, let go of the world, let go of your old desires in order to please Christ. I know it's not easy to leave the world. I know it's not easy to not fit in anymore. You're going to be hated on, looked down as crazy. People are going to say that you're brainwashed, all of these things for following Jesus. But I wanted to tell you today, allow God to use you. Don't give up for following the Lord. Don't give up on this path of Christ, of righteousness and life, because Jesus is going to be glorified through you. So don't give up for the glory of God. In Jesus' name.